This is my first time ever doing stand-up comedy. I've always liked stand-up comedy. I've always been a fan of it. I've always enjoyed watching other people do it. I've always enjoyed talking about it with my friends, my older brother. It's kind of like sex. Something I've always enjoyed and appreciated, but, never thought I would actually do myself. But I knew that tonight was going to be the first time. I was going to be doing a set up here. So I called up my mom. Again, just like sex, and honestly, she just told me, Aaron, be prepared to go out there and bomb. Be prepared for them not to laugh. And so I was, and it's happening right now. But this was nothing new. She's told me things like this before. I went abroad last semester to Argentina, and before I leave, she tells me this. And this isn't like in a passing conversation, in the kitchen or just hanging out one day. This is like as we're driving to the airport, we stop to park. My dad gets out, and she turns to me and she's like, Aaron, they're not gonna think you're funny. She's like, humor doesn't translate. They're not gonna think you're charming. They're not gonna think you're funny. And she was right, as mothers always are. So I went to Argentina. I had signed up to live with a family in a homestay. And then I get there, and it turns out that my family is just a 65-year-old, very Catholic woman. And she was very, very nice, but she was also very, very Catholic. And so, about the end of the first week, we're having dinner, and she tells me that, she'd only been drunk in her life twice. Both times were by accident. She was at parties, she was drinking something and didn't know what it was. Got drunk accidentally. I really was feeling ashamed at this point because I realized that, I had already been drunk in her apartment at least twice as many times as she had in her entire life. And I just kind of looked at the ground and nodded my head. But, also, she's very Catholic, right? She's 65, she's not married, and never has been. So I can only assume that she's never had sex, either. I mean, I have no problem with people not having sex, people who choose to abstain. I was committed to abstinence for the majority of my life. I didn't drink for most of my life either, Eventually, you just gotta try new things. But, no, we got along pretty well, actually. We had a lot of good talks. She eventually started to think that was kind of funny. The only problem was sharing a bathroom. And there weren't even really problems. It's just, there was another time where she found me in the morning, passed out outside the front door with no keys and no shoes. But that's another story. But no, the bathroom, there was nothing specific. It was just like the constant timing of who's going in. What do I wear into the bathroom? What do I wear out of it? What role does the towel play? These are serious questions, and there's no book on it. I think there were books on it in French, but they hadn't been translated. And I hate French. But I don't know, bathrooms are always weird. Bathrooms are always mysterious. As a little kid, I had a lot of questions about the bathrooms. He's got the boys' bathroom and the girls' bathroom, right? And I didn't get that. There was a while where I had this theory about why we had different bathrooms. I wasn't totally clueless. I knew a bit about the anatomical differences between boys and girls. I knew that boys peed standing up and, girls did it just sitting down. So I knew that, in the men's room we had the urinal, we had the stalls. It kind of made sense. But I figured there had to be something else in the girls' room. Otherwise, they just could use the stalls in the boys' room. We call it shared bathroom. And I realized that women, had breasts, which
Oh,
most men
God.
don't have. And I also understood like the basic, feeding the children thing that breasts do a lot of times. But I didn't know what time, I didn't know how. So I kind of figured that like in the women's bathroom where there are normally urinals in the men's bathroom, same thing, like half stalls, half other things. But instead of urinals, I kind of pictured like this little stand that women would go up to, put their knees on, and then there would be like these little cups. I didn't know. I would remember I didn't know all the differences. I was very young. I was like 13, 14. So I figured like they would get in and, I don't know, have the milk sucked out. I didn't know. I had a lot of confusion about that. But maybe, I don't know, maybe it wasn't the bathrooms that were mysterious. Could have just been nipples. Seriously, nipples confused me for a while. That may have just been me, a personal thing. 'Cause for a long time, I had inverted nipples. This is true, don't laugh. Seriously. I had inverted nipples till about the 7th grade. See, whenever I tell this to people, because I think this is pretty common. Like, I think most chubby little boys, for whatever reason, there's like fat in there and the nipples just point in. Whenever I tell it to people, they're always surprised. So, chubby little boys everywhere doing a great job of keeping their inverted nipples hidden. Which is good. Keep it up. Wherever you are. No, but then, it got to like 7th grade or whatever, puberty hit. One day I realized my nipples were pointing out, just like a normal kid. I guess 7th grade's like a pretty normal time to start puberty. I don't know, it started a little bit before, but really kicks in a full swing there. Like 7th, 8th grade. I was always really intrigued by the kids who are like, shaving in 4th grade. All like adult looking, and we're still supposed to be young. I thought it was very odd. But I've been more intrigued with like people who call themselves late bloomers. So I was talking to someone, they're like, yeah, I was a real late bloomer. Like, I didn't know about all this stuff till high school. Complaining, about the years they missed out on. I would love to be a late bloomer. Because I'm the opposite of a late bloomer. I'm an early wilter. I'm not joking. Anyone who knows me knows this is true. I haven't grown an inch since 8th grade.
Breaking down.
As soon as I hit college, my hairline starts receding, my eyesight falls through the floor, all of my joints become arthritic overnight. It was crazy. I didn't know this could happen. My prostate blew up to the size of a softball. They're laughing because they know it's true. It's pretty sad. Fun though. I try not really to complain about my body too much. One part of the body that people are always complaining about, well, it's not really a part of the body. It's the voice. But it's actually not even the voice. It's the recorded voice. People are always like, oh, I heard myself on whatever, on tape, on CD. My voice sounds so bad. I hate the way my voice sounds. First of all, congratulations. Okay, everyone hates the sound of their own voice. It's old news. Actually, isn't it kind of weird? Everyone hates the sound of their own voice, but loves to smell their own farts. Pretty weird. I wasn't going to say that. I just said that. I think it's true, from what I've observed. But anyway, secondly, it's like you may hate the sound of your own voice when you hear it on a recording. I fucking hate the sound of my own voice when I hear it in my head. When I think thoughts, sometimes it's just horrible, just stops. Just like what Eric was saying before. See, like, if I get up here and I do, terrible jokes and it's not funny, and you guys, don't like what I'm doing, you can go home, you can forget about it. maybe it'll be like so bad it'll take weeks and like 1 or 2 therapy sessions, but you can like drain it out of your brain. But I'm just stuck living with this guy, with these thoughts forever, with this voice all the time, 24/7, for like the next 70 to 80 years, if I'm really lucky. So, I don't know, that's where I'm headed today.
Aaron, I really wouldn't worry about people forgetting. I think inverted nipples are going to be on people's minds.
Keep an eye open next time you see 3rd graders at the pool.
So this weekend. All right. As a bonus, it turns out we have one more comedian for you.